In the heart of Abuja, the federal capital territory of Nigeria, the world's most populous black country, where the rich and powerful rule, likewise every other Nigerian dream of living and making their life better there. Unfortunately, not all can live there. A young lady in her late 20s, named Amaka from the eastern part of Nigeria, arrives with a dream. She does not seek love, nor does she seek wisdom. She seeks gold, the kind that drapes in silk and glitters in diamonds. But as she soon learns, every piece of gold has a price. From a small village in eastern Nigeria where she lived with parents in a little inherited house, she has big heart right from her young age, always aiming higher than her capacity. Amaka has come to Abuja with one goal: to claim a life of wealth. On getting to Abuja, she moves in with three girls: Ugoma 31 foot from Enugu, Annabelle 28 from Benue, and Bola 32, a Yoruba girl, who share her ambition, and together, they master the art of attraction. One Saturday evening, the four ladies were sitting together in their flourished sitting room, talking about their past and experience. Bola, while refilling her wine cup, said, "The kind of life she bargained from God is yet to come." The other ladies responded almost together, sharing same opinion. Amaka looking at Bola, "As for me, I don't think I can settle for less because my vision is not of this world at all. I suffered to earn a degree in biochemistry. My mom suffered so much before I could graduate. What do I get after all this? Insults and intimidations from the people in position to give you job. God, only you know what I'm dreaming of. Please make my dream come through." Amen, they all responded. As Amaka finished talking, Annabelle concluded as usual, saying, "Please let no one dull the weekend night today. Let's forget our pasts and focus on now and tomorrow. Anyway, I'm going upstairs to prepare for the weekend vibe night." As she finished talking, everyone started heading upstairs to get prepared for the night. One faithful evening, Amaka, on her usual outing, went to a sophisticated bar in Maitama to hang out in search of a prey. As her wish will become real, she sights an older, well-dressed man in his 60s sips whiskey not too far from her table. Amaka sets her sights on Chief Okafor, a wealthy businessman known for keeping young mistresses. She waits at a high-end lounge, dressed to perfection, her eyes locked on her prey. Chief Okafor, on sighting her, he immediately ushers her to join him on his table. "I'm Amaka by name, darling." Chief sighed romantically, thinking of millions of things at a time as she settled down close to him on the VIP table. Chief was carried away by Amaka's beauty, started treating her like an angel, spoiling her with everything. Life with Chief Okafor is like paradise, but you know how some young ladies behave at times. No one knows what can satisfy their demands. Chief Okafor's wealth changed her life. Amaka basks in luxury. Got an apartment and was too, with a luxury SUV to move around, top-notch designer clothes, and endless shopping sprees. But her hunger for more grows. Cheating on Chief Okafor with different younger rich guys. Started hiding from the chief, avoiding his calls as well. Chief, on a smart move, placed a spy on her, as he started having negative feelings for her due to her sudden change. Guess what? Chief feelings is perfectly accurate. On evening, Amaka's secret moves were exposed. Bored and craving more, Amaka selected one out of her numerous rich guys and moves on to Michael. Michael, a young oil magnate and other undisclosed franchise, with deeper pockets and fewer rules. But Abuja's rich circles are small. Chief Okafor's spy, Tony, had trailed Amaka on a fateful night to the hotel where she always meet with her new prey, Michael, as fate will have it. Tony spotted her at the hotel balcony from the car park where he had been waiting, pretending to be a big man's driver lodging. Tony jumped at the opportunity of a good proof of his spy on Amaka, took a clear zoom videos and pictures of her in romantic mood cuddling around Michael at the balcony of his hotel suite. Amaka stands close to Michael in a tailored suit, unaware of a shadowy figure watching from a distance. Tony delivered his surveillance report to Chief Okafor before going his way after his mission accomplished. Chief Okonkwo discovers her betrayals and secret dates with several other young rich guys from the report he got from Tony. One evening, he storms into her apartment, demanding answers. But Amaka is a master manipulator in a silk robe, clutches her chest in feigned remorse. Tears, apologies, and promises. She said with a feigned remorse, "I'm sorry, my darling, nothing between the guy and myself. He was one of my old school mates back in the university. We bumped at each other at a filling station, and he invited me over to know where stays, that's all." Chief, on his own decision, pretended to accept her lies. Since then, Chief Okafor blocked Amaka out of his life and moves on, while Amaka continues with her wayward lifestyles. Meanwhile, she had blocked her other three friends, Bola, Annabelle, and Yagoma, from her contacts, saying they are not her match. Since she met Chief Okafor, she claims a red carpet lady and a fast-track one. Moving with them will give her a setback in her missions. With the chief out of the picture, Amaka moves in with Michael, who lives in a sleek mansion in Asakoro. His wealth surpasses her dreams, but his business is dangerous. She is blind to the warning signs. Inside the multi-million edifice, men in dark suits whisper among themselves, while Amaka lounges by the pool, sipping champagne, unaware of the storm brewing. She continues her cheat acts until one day, she meets David, a foreign investor, a man with wealth that even Michael cannot match. She thinks she has won the ultimate prize, but Abuja is no place for double games with the rich. Michael, aware of everything she had been doing secretly, decided to take her by surprise. One evening, Amaka, in an elegant dress, was in a 5-star restaurant with the foreign-looking man for a candlelit dinner. Hold a champagne glass in her hand, laughing at everything David, the foreign-looking man, says. That the man looks more lively and richer than every other man she has met with, but her unsatisfying urge for everything will bring her doom. Betrayal never goes unpunished, says Michael as he and his fleets of bodyguards entered into the 5-star restaurant. His boys storm and drags her out. She faces the fury of the man she underestimated. He's the type of man that talks less, always smiling at everything. She had looked down on Michael severely, thinking she can easily use him like others, not knowing that he's too smart than what she thinks. Amaka, walking without her shoes on, kneels before upset Michael, who glares down at her, his men standing behind him with cold expressions. Michael takes everything he ever gave her, her car, her clothes, her jewelries. Amaka, stripped of her illusions, she is thrown onto the streets, alone and penniless. She is spotted walking around in torn clothes. One night, she was seen sitting on the sidewalk of an Abuja street at night. Her mascara runs as she stares at the distant glow of the luxury she once knew. What a shameful life. She couldn't call anyone. She blocked and deleted their contacts. Now what next? A shameful and stranded life in the street of Abuja, where she once claims to have arrived her dream life. Her face full of regrets. But alas, no remedy. Lost and broken, Amaka, after so much of roaming around for a shelter, someone from a living church from the outskirts of Abuja within the satellite community of Masaka introduced her to their church pastor, who accepted to give her shelter within the small church premises. Amaka was seen kneeling at the altar in a sober and repentant mood, her hands clasped in prayer, tears streaming down her face. At a later time, a kind woman took her in, fed her, and offered her free shelter for years, which made her, for the first time in her life, to confront the choice of life she chose for herself and the life she lived in the past. Years pass. Amaka rebuilds her life, not with deceit, but with hard work built on her revised wisdom she once lost, trust and honesty. She becomes a fashion designer, finding fulfillment in creation rather than consumption. The price of gold was high, but in the end, she found something even more valuable than gold: peace of mind. Amaka, now older and wiser, is spotted in a big boutique in the busiest road in Masaka, measuring a dress on a mannequin, smiling with quiet satisfaction, talking quietly to herself. Thank God I found my peace back. Now I live my humble and renewed life on my sweat and hard working. I appreciate you, oh God. Tears of joy rolled out of her eyes. Her husband, a doctor and pastor of a bigger church, appeared from the entrance of the boutique, joining his wife in praising God. Then broke the good news of their new relocation acceptance from the Canadian Embassy, alongside their 3 children. The joy and happiness was too much for Amaka, till she couldn't control herself. She busted into heavy tears of joy, murmuring, "God, thank you." See what I was lost for was brought to my doorstep with everlasting peace of mind. Not long after, Amaka and her family were seen at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport boarding to Canada for final relocation and settlement. What a glorious end for Amaka after learning her lessons of life the hard ways. The glitz of Abuja had blinded Amaka, but life had taught her a lesson. True wealth is not measured in riches, but in purpose. And so, her story becomes a warning, a modern folktale of greed, loss, and redemption. Thank you so much for watching our morals and educative YouTube folktale story video. Let me know in the comment section what you feel about Amaka's life adventure. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Thanks and see you next time.